Hello and welcome back to Get Great at Maths. I'm here to help you pass your maths exam, so hit that like and subscribe button. We're going to look at keywords, key formulas and how to gain top marks. So let's get ready to get great at maths. This is a question on ordering fractions. The keywords are that we have got the four fractions here: 1/3, 1/6, 1/4 and a half. And you've got to write these fractions in the correct place on the number line that you can see down here. And this will give you 1 mark in the exam. Your scale goes between 0 and 1, and you've got to work out which of these four fractions goes in which box, and you've got to write your answers in each of the boxes. Your key facts. You need to find a common denominator for each of these fractions. Now, to help you do that, the denominator is the number in the bottom, so it's the number that each of these numbers all go into. And to help you do it, if you count the gaps along the bottom on this number line, that will tell you what your common denominator is. So if you can't work out which times table all of these are in, just count the numbers down here and that will help you. You then need to find equivalent fractions. So once you know what your common denominator is, you've got to multiply the top number and the bottom number by the same number to make it equivalent. So for each of these four fractions, you need to find 4 equivalent fractions over the same denominator. Once they're over the same denominator, you can order them from smallest to largest. Press pause, have a go at working out the answer, and then press play when you're ready to hear the answer. Fantastic work, so hopefully you've managed to work out your common denominator and find your equivalent fractions. So, our common denominator, you've got to find a number that 3, 6, 4 and 2 all go into. If you're struggling to do it, look at your number line down here and we're going to count the gaps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Our common denominator is going to be 12. Let's check. So 3 goes into 12 because 3 times 4 is 12. 6 goes into 12 because 6 times 2 is 12. 4 goes into 12 because 4 times 3 is 12. And 2 goes into 12 because 2 times 6 is 12. So 12 is the common denominator. So if I just draw out a diagram with 12 sections, I've got 4 along the top and 3 down the side. So 4 times 3 is 12, so I've got 12 blocks here. From these 12 boxes, I'm going to colour 1/3 or work out where 1/3 is. Now, I've done these boxes in different layers. So I've got a top layer, a middle layer and a bottom layer, and they're different colours for each layer. You can see it's been split into thirds. So we've got 1/3, 2/3 and 3/3. So 1/3 is equivalent to the top row, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. So that is 4 out of 12 is the same as 1/3, and that's your equivalent fraction. You don't need to draw the diagram. You could have said 3 times 4 is 12. So 1 times 4 is 4. So 1/3 is the same as 4 over 12. I'm going to look at a quarter next because this has got 1, 2, 3, 4 along the top. So it's also been split into 4 sections. So if I went down, I've got 1 section, 2 sections, 3 sections, 4 sections. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So each section, 1/4, is 1 row coming down or 1 column coming down. So I've got 1, 2, 3 sections. So 1/4 is equivalent to 3 over 12. Now 4 times 3 is 12. 1 times 3 is 3. That's how you would do it without drawing the diagram. Now 1/2 is nice and easy. That's half of the diagram. So if we cut this diagram in half down the middle, it covers up this section here. Now this section underneath is the same as what's on over here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections. So that is 6 over 12. Now if you do 2 times 6, that gives you 12. And 1 times 6 is 6. So 6 over 12 is equivalent to a half. The last one, we need to draw a slightly different diagram. So I've got 6 sections coming down and 2 across to make it easier to find out what 1/6 is. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections going across, and there are 12 in total. So the first one is 1/6. So 1, 2 sections is equivalent to 1/6. Again, without using the diagram, 6 times 2 is 12. 1 times 2 is 2. Next, I need to order these numbers. So I'm looking for the smallest numerator, which is the number at the top, to be the smallest. So my smallest numerator is the number 2. So 2 out of 12. You can see on the diagram it's 2 sections across. So 2 over 12 is equivalent to 1/6. So in the box down here, you need to write 1/6. The next smallest is 1, 2, 3 sections away. Again, look at your numerator, the one with the 3 in, or the next smallest is 3 out of 12. But we need to write down the fraction 1/4 in the box here. So always write down the original questions or the original fractions that were given rather than your equivalent ones. The next one is 1, 2, 3, 4 away. So that is 4 out of 12, this section here. So that's this fraction here, 4 over 12, which is the next biggest. So we've got the 2, the 3, the 4, which is equivalent to 1/3. And the last one is in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, exactly in the middle. So there's 6 on each side. So exactly in the middle is 1/2, and that is the number here. You need to get all 4 of these correct to get the 1 mark in the exam. So they must all be in the correct position to be able to get the mark in the exam. The mark scheme on this question shows the answers in the correct section, and this will give you 1 mark in the exam. They must all be correct to get the mark. If you misread the question, it is not allowed. If you wrote equivalent fractions in here, so you wrote down 6 over 12, for example, for 1/2, then that is allowed. If you found this video useful, please share, like, and subscribe so we can all get great at maths. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Please follow Get Great at Maths on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook and X. What do you want to see next on Get Great at Maths? Please comment below. See you next time.